Hello folks, I'm the Celtic Nerd, bringing you another nerdy video. We're now entering... Here we go.
Very well.
What's that smell?
Of course.
Perfect!
It will be done. Of course.
Now you see true power!
As you say.
You don't get a chance to take it back.
Very well.
This will not end.
As you say.
This is a waste of time!
As you say. Of course. Very well. Of course. It will be done. As you say. Yes. As you say.
Hail! This will not end.
Of course. Very well. It will be done. Yes.
loved it.
I have been one!
As you say. It will be done. As you say. Of course. It will be done. Yes, very well. As you say. Yes. As you say. Of course. It will be done. Yes. As you say. Of course. Yes. Of course. Yes. Of course. As you say. Yes. It will be done. Of course. Yes.
Teal got her in some kind of
It
stunning
will be done. Yes. As you say. Of course.
mashing the indirect one right now.
Very well.
No, you get back down there. Too far. Of course.
As you say. Yes. Of course.
Okay, I think I deal more damage. Like, let's see how I deal more damage in melee.
Very well.
So shall it be!
As you say.
Wow, we get XP for killing the archdemon. What the hell?
And then it was over.
Just gonna put my controller down.
With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king. Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation. The one who led the final charge against the Archdemon remains with us still. An inspiration to all he saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon that you might request of Ferelden's king? If it is within my power, I will grant it. You know, that's a very good point. Let it be known, then, that the Circle has earned the right to watch over itself. The tower shall be restored and then turned over to the mages. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens? My impression was that she didn't want to be found. But I understand completely. There's a group of Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready. So, we made it. I'm impressed, aren't you? The odds were completely against one of us actually getting to the Archdemon. But of course you would make it. I knew you would. I just don't understand how you're still alive. I guess Riordan was wrong? I had no idea. I suppose that makes sense. Speaking of Morrigan, do you know where she went? I'm told she vanished right after the battle. No goodbyes or anything. Good riddance, I say. At any rate, I can see Arleman giving me that look. More king stuff, I suppose. It can never wait. And if I don't get the chance some other time, thanks. For everything. You're leaving, aren't you? And I'm not. I guess we'll see how things play out. But this certainly feels like an ending. At least for now. I'll let you get to your adoring public. They want to see the hero of Ferelden, and who am I to keep them waiting? The crowd is waiting for you outside. We can speak more afterwards if you like.
It is over. I can barely believe it. You stopped the Civil War and then defeated the Blight. On behalf of Ferelden, allow me to say thank you. It truly cannot be said enough. So I'm learning. It's too bad that you aren't remaining here in the capital. The hero of Ferelden would have influence, but I understand. Myself, I will be remaining here to help Alistair. Tegan will take over the rule of Redcliffe, at least for the time being. Connor misses his mother, but he seems well enough. The young are so resilient. I will need to send him to the Circle of Magi, however. There is no way around it. Perhaps he will become a Grey Warden one day. Tell me, have you noticed anything strange about the lad? He seems quiet. Ah, you are no doubt correct. It is my imagination, I am sure. But here I am rambling on. I shall let you get back to your celebration, Warden. Enjoy it while you can. Thank you again, Warden. You are true.
It is very strange to hear so many speak of a mage in such glowing terms. Deserved, of course, but still not what I am accustomed to. Allow me to offer you my congratulations and my thanks. The tower is now nearly restored to order. It could have been so much worse. It pleases me to see such a young pupil achieve Now, I should leave you to your celebration. Uldred's revolt has left me very quick to tire these days. Retirement will come soon, I think. Don't forget that all this adulation could change very quickly.
So here we are. The conquering hero has won the day, and now he takes his bow and exits the stage. A fine ending. And my part was small. I'm happy to watch you receive the accolades. It's quite fun. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. The Maker sent me to help you, and look what you did. It's a miracle. It truly is. I've been asked by the Chantry to return to the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I need to make sure it's protected. Maybe pilgrims can even begin going there again. Of course I do. I can't think of anything more important. I can give something back to the entire world. It will be a grand adventure of my very own. I'm looking forward to it. At any rate, you should get back to the celebration. We can speak another time.
I will be relieved when all this pomp and ceremony is done. Such events are perfect opportunities for assassins, after all. I can't help but expect the crows to appear at any moment, which would be a welcome break, mind you. Eventually. With Taliesin dead, it may take them time to figure out what has happened. But they are like the tides, predictable. You know, it does occur to me that staying in one place is only going to invite the crows to find me that much quicker. While fun, that might eventually get complicated. You said earlier that you are planning on leaving soon. Is that true? You tend to get up to interesting things. You meet interesting people and then you kill them. I'm game to tag along if you are. And I promise not to get you into too much trouble. Well, no more than you get me into, anyhow. Well then, since we're going to be leaving together, we can speak after you have been sufficiently paraded in front of the populace. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on you and make sure no one gets a clear shot. Not without paying me a great deal of coin, anyhow. Does the Ferelden monarchy make much use of assassins? I wonder if this is a good time to ask.
The hero of Ferelden. My. How does it feel? Alistair's idea, I understand. Which should explain much. But it's not so bad, is it? A blight defeated with the other nations barely becoming aware. Who could ask for better? I don't think many heroes ever do. I'm glad not to be on the receiving end of all this attention myself. I say, let the young have their fame. Not that I've gone without notice. Irving asked me to take over as first enchanter, but I don't wish to go back. Not after all this. Instead, I've decided to travel. Shale has expressed a desire to go to Tevinter to look into a way to regain her mortality. And I will join her. It seems that a creature of flesh impressed her enough that she is willing to discard her notions about them being frail and disgusting. I wonder who. At any rate, I offered to bring her before the Tevinter mages. Their lore is considerable, and I've always wanted to travel to Minrath Ruse. I doubt we will meet again, young man. If not, please accept my best wishes. All this talk is tiring. I think it is time for me to sample.
Humans have a better taste for spirits than I thought. The ale up here is actually good. Orzammar ale tastes like dirt in comparison. Probably because they put dirt in it. Go figure. After what we went through, I think I've earned it. I think you've earned it. So I guess you're heading off soon, huh? Leaving the city? I'm thinking I'll stick around myself. At least for a bit. I got offered a spot in the human army. And not as a mascot either. You know, these humans aren't bad for all their long legs. Yeah, makes me wish Branka was still around so she could see what she's missing. Stupid girl. Ah, well, enough babbling. That pot-bellied son of a whore Tegan said I'd pass out before drinking an entire barrel of pickle juice. I aim to prove him wrong.
What? Ban Tegan made a challenge? Oh my god.
Who, me? It's been good traveling with you, Warden. Don't get lost in the shuffle now.
It is good to see you again, Kadan. These people, they call you hero. It is a strange word, but I think I understand its meaning. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kyun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud. I would argue, had you not ended a blight, for such an accomplishment there may be allowances. What the human custom has in common with our own is that the declaration of a Kunoran Vel is a cause for much celebration. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness. It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you. Is that truly what you want? There is much to hold you here, and it is a long journey. If you truly wish to come, I have a ship prepared to leave in 2 days' time. Meet me at the docks after all this celebration is over. It would be good to continue our travels. If I do not see you there, Hanahedan, Kadan. May you always find the path you seek.
And that is everyone.
Are you ready, my lord? The crowds outside are getting restless. Right. I'll take you there now.
The most valid incarnation answer proved to be public English. Members of the wrestling has been found in this. As the spirits still to avail for an abomination of created first channel every stage. Counselor two rising hands are taken real low right click instead. I was surprised to find himself well loved by the villagers, but soon grateful nights spent spending there. Tavern Club, now run by Bella, was renamed the Grey Warden's Rest. It echoes with tales village and heal Larian suicides. If you believe this is tales of possibly true, the days of prosperity siege of Generum haven't earned their respect of their path. The new Capitana was restored both amongst the Dalish as well as the Frown's court. She was a voice of reason, and the Dalish council turned to her to help resolve disputes with human folk. In time, many Danish clans moved to a new land provided for them in the south of near Oscar. Rare few neighbours, however, tensions soon rose again. Only Gibraltar kept peace alive. So I like how the fact that the Dalish elves got land there. That was cool. Long bright big energy street cars. And with that, the credits roll. Now, this is Dragon Age Origins. What can I say about it? It is a really, really fun game. I absolutely love Dragon Age. Dragon Age Origins, yeah, I really do like it. I did somewhat. How should I put? How should I? Like, it's really fun. The only critique I obviously had was some of the very dated mechanics, the gameplay. It's very similar to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 in its combat style. Playing as a mage, very repetitive, can be very boring. But again, they make improvements for Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition. So there's that. I will say the Origin system, very fun. I love the fact that, like, with the exception of the Dalish background, there are references throughout the entire game of your background. Now, mages get some of the biggest background references, I think, especially elven mages, obviously. But the human noble background does play a role. It's very fun. There's a lot of recurring NPCs for the dwarven noble, for the dwarven casteless, but then there was also references for playing as a city elf. I think the Dalish elf is the only one that gets very few references. You may get special dialogue when dealing with the other Dalish clan, but since it's not your clan, you won't have as much sway. So, like, there is very limited dialogue options. Now, that clan does make a comeback, which is fun, especially when you get to Dragon Age 2. But unfortunately, we still have 2 DLC to get through, folks. We have three DLC to go through. We're gonna end obviously with my favorite DLC, Witch Hunt. But yeah, no, it's, again, I love the description of all our influences. In the end, that was really fun. Like, it's fun to see the impact of all our decisions. Now, obviously, we do not see the full-on proper, like, reaction because of, obviously, like, I think they intended for sequels, and as such, like, we don't see, like, every single reaction. The main thing I need to look up now is going to be, what order do I play them in? Like, there's 2 DLC that I'm curious about. Dragon Age Origins, Daughters of Argamak. Before Awakening. So, here we go. Those Daughters of Argamak take place before or after Awakening. Right after you beat the main game and all DLC is listed above, you're going to put your reward into... So... Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, so some people are actually recommending, one person's recommending doing Awakening before Golems of Argamak. So it takes place after Awakening. I don't call it Star Station. Okay, yeah, so next up then will be Awakening, folks. And Awakening has some fun things. I do need to get a logo for Awakening, because like I do feel like each of these games deserves their own logo. That's just my opinion. So I'm gonna try and scrounge around for logos for each DLC. Now, if I do start Golems of if I start Awakening today, then it will probably start with like a silent video due to limitations, because like it is very late now, and at any moment my brother's going to be going to bed, which means I can't really talk much. So with that being the case, with that being the case, like chances are it will be a silent video. Is there actually any music? I forgot this song was done for... Oh my god, I forgot this song played. To the left, to the right, to the death, to the edge of the night. Oh, I fucking love this song. See, I never actually seen the music video for that song. But, like, I know I associate it with Dragon Age. Let's see, Dragon Age. There we go. Yeah, they actually do have like an official music video, folks, by the way. 3 Seconds to Mars, This Is War. Okay, as a fun treat, let's take a quick little watch of the music video, folks. Yeah, let's just transition. So let me just I need to go to my sound settings. Let's switch you over to LCD so you will be picked up. Ragnar Georgians. And then switch back over to OBS. Disable. Okay, no, it's not, still not seeing it. Okay, here we go. Let's just make it full screen. Can you see here? Oh. Here we go. So this is the official music video, folks, that they launched with the game. Just gonna mute myself. Oh my god, my mic was muted, folks. But yeah, as I said, I would recommend you guys check out the music video. But out of 10, I would rate Dragon Age 9 out of 10. For story, voice acting, performances, the engaging world, the lore behind the world, the location designs are absolutely amazing. I absolutely do love it. The only thing one strange thing, like, I have issues with the PC edition. Obviously, it's the reason why I'm playing on the Xbox right now, is because on the PC, my game crashed. I had to start over. I lost a lot of progress. So yeah, I had issues with the PC one. But if you have an engine that works, and that's stable, again, playing on the Xbox, it runs pretty smoothly. Then yeah, it's an amazing fucking experience. The only other reason why I would not give this a solid 10 out of 10 is because playing as a mage can become pretty dull, because it's a lot of the same animations and you don't get to participate in like any cool, like, stylized animations as rogues and fighters get to do. Like, sure, we get to do all the magic, but like the magic animation tends to be very repetitive. Other issue is the targeting system. Like, there's a lot of times in combat, if there was a trap, I was fucked unless I completely walked around the trap, because my character with the mage character with the staff that can attack people from a distance would automatically lock onto the trap. If I tried to attack enemies, like you saw at the end of the battle there, in the final battle, when I kept trying to use the ballista to target the dragon, in the end, my character kept running to attack the dragon, and that became an issue. Now, it's something that does get eventually fixed in Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, but that's because those games were more focused on the action, as opposed to Dragon Age Origins, which was more focused on, you know, the narrative, the storytelling. They didn't really consider the action too much, which is interesting given the fact that it's one of the big selling points of its RPG element is the fact that, like, it is a bloody gory game, and I love that, by the way. I love how it's a gritty game. I love how all the characters' teeth are not white. I love that the characters are dirty. There's grime to everything. It does feel like it's a dirty world. And it's a gruesome, dark world. I enjoy that. The other reason why I would say it suffers is also, we just saw it there, folks, Morrigan. Now, don't get me wrong, love Morrigan, but my big issue is the AI for your companions was absolutely dog shit. It is dog shit. Morrigan's whole primary speciality that makes her unique is that she starts off with the shape-shifting subclass. But unless you're playing as her, she will never shapeshift. It is truly fucking god-awful that she will never shapeshift. It is so fucking frustrating. It annoys me to no fucking end. Then you have Liliana. Like, if you give Liliana, like I gave it to her, I gave Liliana the Ranger specialty, which allows her to summon animal companions. She never fucking uses it when I have her around. It is truly fucking awful. Then you have Zevran, the assassin, who cannot pick fucking locks. So it's quite literally only the combat for as a mage and the companion AIs that makes the game suffer. Otherwise, as I said, it's a brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant. Again, solid 9 out of 9. Sorry, 9 out of 10. But yeah, I'm not going to like overlook these very obvious flaws. Also, I feel like there could have been a bit more music in the background to make the world seem a bit more interesting. Unfortunately, traveling around in a location got pretty dull because there was no music in the background, or at least there wasn't any music that I noticed in the background. So like all I could hear was my characters literally running. I do love how your companions talk to one another. Always a big fan of it. Absolutely love it. And that's about it. That's all I have to say about Dragon Age Origins. It's a game that's been on my to-do list for quite some time. Maybe, and I can't stress it enough, maybe I'll come back to it with different origins. We did the Elven Mage. Maybe I'll do the other origin stories, just to see like how things play out. Show you guys how it is. For the time being though, I'm going to move strictly on to the DLC for Dragon Age Origins. Then I'll be moving on to Dragon Age 2, which is very good in my opinion. Like, there are some issues with it. I will talk about those issues, but like, the issues are not as bad as people made them out to be. And then I'll move on to Dragon Age Inquisition, which is my favorite of the 3 games. And yeah, I'm the Celtic Nerd, signing out. One name, one sky.